We've been blessed. We have been blessed with the new Ghost album, Meliora. There's also a link above me that's a video for the new Disturbed album. And the reason why that's up there is because that video and this video have been released at the same time. Which means that once you're done checking out this one, you should check out that one, because you might be surprised, actually, that Disturbed actually put out a pretty good record. It's actually pretty good. Spoiler alert. But we need to talk about this one, Meliora, one of the top 10 most anticipated records of the second half of 2015. So says a list that was posted on this very channel about a month ago. And after hearing Safe, for example, and From the Pinnacle to the Pit, it was definitely one that was really amplifying and illuminating that very, very nicely. And then Majesty came out and fulfilled the prophecy even further. There's only 10 tracks on this album, so we heard 30% of the album at that stage, and I think they had released a fourth song as well, perhaps Absolution, at that stage. And I didn't listen to that because it was getting close to album time. So this is their third album. We have a new Papa. Papa number 3. 3 albums, 3 Papas. Coincidence? I think not. The math is pretty easy. But Ghost has always been a very unique band whenever it comes to heavy metal, considering their sound is very much... It has that occult theme. It has that prog rock theme. It's very, very cool. It's very unique, especially here in 2015, where it seems like the two styles of music that people really aim for is go as heavy as humanly possible or go for something proggy, and that's it. So this definitely has a tune, a resonance that is all its own, making them probably one of the more unique products out there on the market today that's being accepted by a lot of people. I have to add that last part because there are no doubt more unique bands, but to have as many people know them as many people know Ghost is probably a stretch of the imagination. So what do we think about this? I mean, what's there really to say about this 10-track affair? I mean, whenever Spirit hits, you obviously can tell that this is going to be a rock album that has the stylings of prog interlaced within it, and the unique delivery of the vocalization and the harmonics has just always been one of Ghost's staples. It's something where their music really takes on a very ethereal atmosphere that almost reminds you of going to a church, and this is a church that is literally being led by the band, which is kind of the point whenever you consider the structure and naming and everything that they go for, and, you know, Papa looking like a pope that's dead, or whatever. But it's something where you have the theme, it's one thing to have that, and then it's another thing to have the music actually remind you of that. It reminds you of being very much involved in some sort of parochial environment, one that is certainly more illuminated toward the dark side and the occult, which is certainly what Ghost has done throughout its career. Whenever you get into the From the Pinnacle to the Pit and seriously, which follow, seriously, still one of the best damn Ghost songs I've ever heard. It's just a phenomenal work. It's nearly 6 minutes in length. For those of you who haven't heard this song, be prepared to be taken on a journey. This is seriously one that has just everything that you could potentially want. Great instrumentalization, a great, terrific build on this song. One that really uses its own energy and own atmosphere to its best capability. It's one that does not rush itself. It's instead one that lets the timing really dictate the tone, and that is a great thing. So after about a 50-second long introduction, or kind of a breakdown track, we get into He Is and Mummy Dust, which are two very, very polarizingly different tracks on this album. He Is one that has a very interesting structure to it that leads to a prog frenzy about midway through, and I really like the way that this song is handled kind of softly with a little bit more of a tame temperament to it, but then kind of really illuminates and throws its energy at you almost all at once. And then how Mummy Dust is kind of one that is a little bit quicker, has a little bit more power behind it, a little bit more of a raw authority behind it, and yet feels very distorted and very disgruntled or disorienting. It's a very good song by its own caliber. And then we get into Majesty, which is exceptionally solid. I have to talk, though, about Absolution, because there is a song, Body and Blood, an album ago, that really just was an illuminating, huge sleeper hit. While I was talking more about Goulet Zombie Queen, Body and Blood was the song that was really foremost in my mind. Absolution reminds me of Meliora's Body and Blood, in the fact that it's got this intimidatingly catchy hook, this fantastic overall structure and overall build to it, and just really sticks in your head and stays there for quite some time. This song brilliantly illuminates Ghost's ability to be catchy and to be very addicting without that truthfully being the intent. And this song proves that. Absolution proves that. And then we have, to finish off the disc, Deus in Absentia, which immediately makes me think of Porcupine Tree because I'm a huge stupid-ass nerd. And this is a song that really ends the album very well. It's one that really spotlights everything that you just heard, kind of giving you a nice little review point while still adding and still building and still sonically exploring. That's what's kind of critical here. I don't think this is an album that's going to be beloved whenever they hear it, whenever people hear it for the first time, is the thing. I think that one listen alone does not really spotlight the true creativity of this disc and the magnificence of it. In fact, the one thing, my one lone complaint about it is that it's not a little longer. This is only about 41 minutes in length. I feel as though a 50-minute long Ghost album would probably be just perfect. Because they have enough sides to them where they keep you really engaged and involved, is the thing. I don't know if people are going to respect this as much the first time through, but as they continue to listen, as you continue to grow with Meliora, you are going to really fall in love with tracks and find yourself very addicted to them. And that's not really my experience with it. My experience was that from the first listen, I really felt that this album was something very special. And as I've continued on, I've sort of recognized that Ghost is just a very special band. They have a unique gift. 87 out of 100 for this album. Like I said, I wish it was a little bit longer. I really do. I really enjoyed listening to this. What about you? Did you enjoy listening to Meliora? Do you like Ghost? Are Ghost a band for you, or are they not for you? Let me know in the comments below, and let me know about what you think about Immortalized by Disturbed in the comments over that video, which you should definitely check out immediately after this one goes off the air. So let me know everything about Ghost in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and yeah, let's be friends because of Ghost, because if you have Ghost, then your world is certainly much better than those who don't. That's one man's opinion, at least. I'll see you later.